Gemini, how you doing, guys? We're here to do your reading for July. So I have to keep writing July down to make sure I don't say June, because I am mid-June at the moment. Mid-Jew, they say mid-Jew, midget, or mid-Jew. It's like also Jewish. Someone could be Jewish, but mid-Jew, like mid, something to do with like midwife or a mid-Jew, or there's definitely saying pregnancy now through mid. Excuse me. No, hopefully it's not the coronavirus. It's just the fact that I am trying to stop smoking, still smoking, trying to stop smoking, confused. Anyway, more to do with mid-Jew. They say mid-Jew, like a midwife or someone is Jew. It's kind of like I am so ready to burst at the moment. Okay, I don't know if any of you are dealing with anything to do with water or a water sign. It could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I'm definitely picking up Pisceando. Because I'm picking up like a leak, something to do with like leaking. So again, some of you, for women, obviously there could be someone that's leaking or thinking about breastfeeding, is what they're saying, like breastfeeding or leaking. Or someone seems to be crying, I don't know why, like, but I'm fit to burst. It feels like I'm just ready to burst, and I'm just bursting and bursting and bursting. So I don't know, I mean, this is a very strange channel message to come out with, but I don't know if any of you suffer from bladder, anything to do with the bladder. Or Madder, the name Madder Mim is what I'm picking up. Madder Mims. Mims is obviously a book of encyclopedia of medicine. So some of you could be looking into medicines and Mims, okay? Or the name Min. Sorry, there is someone that is connected to the channel called Mini. Okay, so again, now Cancerian, because of Mini Metro, so it could have something to do with a car as well. Now, I don't know if any of the predictions did come true through last month where I said ticking, tick, 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 ticking and ticking. For me, this was ticking things, okay? But for some of you, you did have this coming up for you about a car where there might have been ticking. Now, I am actually a Gemini moon, and there's a lot of things that went on where it's very trivial, and it wasn't my car, but it was the company van, and that broke down twice. There wasn't a ticking, but it did break down. So there is some kind of like where that is still ongoing for some of you, where it's like a tick. Now, some of you, this is a habit that you might have, which is kind of like that or something. Trust me, I have had many. But whatever it is, it's like they're saying something to do with like representative or something, a relative, something to do with a relative, okay, that could have something. They just said something wrong with them. Now, that's either physically or mentally, I really don't know, okay? But they're saying that there's something wrong. Something's wrong. Something's right, something's wrong. It's so you got Libra. So Libra is definitely here. There's something right, there's something wrong. There's something right, there's something wrong. It's like, that's right, it's like tick, and it's like, no, that's wrong, it's like cross. Now, it's a bit like a game and a puzzle that someone plays of where you're very puzzled. I know Gemini energies, for me specifically, I love Geminis, but I do get very confused by actual Geminis, and I do have a Gemini moon. I mean, not to be honest, I don't physically know a lot of Gemini in my chart. I have got a Gemini in my chart. I don't know. Don't have a lot. I just heard I haven't got a lot of Gemini. I haven't got a lot of Gemini. Like, I haven't got a Gemini. I haven't got a Gemini. Okay, so someone hasn't got you, meaning that I just can't get them. I can't get to them in time. Something like I can't get to them in time. So I don't know if there's some kind of like emergency, or it's just that I just can't get to you. I just can't seem to get through to you. Okay, briefly, I just don't know too many Geminis, but I obviously have conflict. But that's none the wiser of actual star sign. Okay, but so what we'll go on with is the channel message. Sorry if it takes me so long to get around to the channel messages, Gemini. Is that you can't seem to get through to someone. It's like, it doesn't matter what happens, I just can't seem to get through. And I think that we're going over the same old ground again, Gemini. the person that you're connecting with, and it could well be family, is I think that they have a strong Pluto placement, is what they're. Thanks, Spirit. They're actually saying that they have a strong Pluto placement. Okay, but I think that they have Libra in Pluto. Some people have Libra in Pluto. So, because Jupiter's the masculine, so Pluto. So sorry, because that's kind of like the giver and the taker. But is what I'm feeling is that someone has a Libra placement somewhere that's not compatible with your sign, with where it's confusing you, where you're kind of like, I am so confused. It's kind of like, because it's still the same messages of what's been coming out over months, Gemini, really. It's like running over the same ground. I'm definitely picking up running over, being run over. I don't know if people are like roadkill, and this is like a like something to the Cancerian, maybe being run over. I hope none of you are run over. Please don't freak out with my predictions of them saying, oh no, Steve's just come out with another prediction that could well come true. A lot of things have come true, okay, but this could just be like roadkill of something to do with that, okay, roadkill. Like feeling like you're just always being walked over, trampled over. I don't know why I'm picking up that. Like a trampoline, or mean, like mean. It's like, oh, it's always me. There's someone around you where it's kind of like, it's always me. Oh, it's always you, innit? And it's always me. And I think you get into this spat with someone where you're like, oh, it's always me. Oh, it's always you, innit? And it's like, oh, and the person that's saying that it's always you is always saying, oh, it's always about me. And it's like me, you, me, you, me, you, me, you. It's like me, you, me, me, you, me, you, me, you. Sorry, I'm trying to come out with a name. Miu, meow, kitty, cat. Hi, cat. Sorry, I think you've got Gemini in your placement, right? Meow. I'm picking up meow. Hello, kitty. Could have something to do with. Oh wow, I'm picking up a Paul McCartney song. Wow, I forget what that one is. Where he's like, my old friend and the kitty, boom. Yeah, sorry. That was, oh wow, Jupiter, Mars, Jupiter. Sitting in the stand in the sports arena, waiting for the show to begin. Red lights, green lights, yes, strawberry wine. A good friend of mine follows the stars. Venus and Mars are alright tonight. Wow, that's a message from my dad. That's yeah, that used to be one of my favourite songs by Paul McCartney, The Wings. But my dad was a fanatic of Paul McCartney. Venus and Mars, something to do with like Venus and Mars. Could be drops of Jupiter. Okay, drops of Jupiter. So eye drops is also what I'm picking up. Drops and drops and drops and drops. Like it just drops, or someone's just got dropped. Okay, if it's like, I'm just going to drop you off. This is where this is to do with the car and the Cancerian thing. It's like, I'm just going to drop you off and say, okay, yeah, no, I'm just going to drop you off as well, okay, and I'm just going to drop you off, yeah, I'm going to drop you off, and then drop you off too. Are you a taxi driver? Yeah. It's something to do with cars and taxi driving and dropping people off. Again, dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. They just keep saying like there's droppings of stuff. Droppings. It's just like, please sir, can I have some more? It's like drippings. Drippings, dripping, drip, drip, drip. Again, water signs, or it's a tap. Something's dripping. It's kind of like this is dripping. Now, again, it could relate to the pregnant women, and it could be that you're trying to cover something up because you could be pregnant, and it's kind of like showing, right? Because it's something that seems to be dripping like a tap. Tap, 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 tapping, tap, 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 tap. So that's going to relate to me in the music, the tapping. But again, tapping. Some of you could well be like moving and stuff like that, or you do it as work, and it's just kind of like taps and taps. I don't know. I just keep saying it's to do with the taps. Someone's tapped. Someone is. It's either taps or someone's tapped, and it's kind of like you're tapped. Like I just don't get you. Like sorry, it's a little bit condescending, but for somebody, they're kind of like saying, "What on earth is going on? What on earth is going on?" Right. Let's see, Gemini, anything else? No, we're going to leave that there because I have to try and leave these short because I need to do things for Patron members for when I do the first 15th, 31st. So what we'll say is very quickly before we do your past, present, future is that over on Patreon now, okay, tier 2, this goes to tier 1 and tier 2. Tier 2s obviously still just do the 1st, the 15th, 15th, 31st, plus channel messages. But also now, while my computer's just turned off, but now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to leave written text for people, okay, and then I'm going to say to where it will be like, okay, you've got a question. If I take this option, option B, and I've got option A and B. I've got option A and option B. Tell me very quickly what it is, something like this, okay, but they will change. And then I'll kind of do people a reading, 2 or 3 cards, and say, if you take option A, this will be this outcome. If you take option B, this will be this outcome. So they're kind of like sort of personal readings for only people that are on tier 2, okay? I'm going to see how it goes. It's something new. I'm going to try it out. It could well be what's your name, what's your star sign, what's your partner's name. It could well be, okay, you've got option A and option B. If you do this, this will be your timeline then. What you do with that timeline after that will be completely down to you of how that will change. Okay, because everybody is so interested in like metaphysics of time and understanding of like how is this all going to happen and when and should it or what. So in order to get more clarity, okay, your option of choice would be, if I take this option, what happens? If I take this option, what happens? And then you have to live with the consequences. Okay, so there's some kind of like consequential energy around this, of like consequences. There's going to be consequences to your actions. There's someone that is acting out around you, okay, they're saying, and if they're acting out, there is going to be consequences for your actions. So it depends on like Jackson, Jackie, again, Jackie, oh wow. Jackie, there is going to be consequences for your actions. You are sorry, I have a Patreon tier 2 member and also client, and also put someone that watches. Jackie, watch the Aries reading, okay? So that's all I was saying, is just watch the Aries reading. If any of you are still indignant with this and you go, oh wow, that's really relating to me also, but that's not my name, watch that, because it's something to do with consequential actions of something that is going to be taken, okay? And it's, be careful what you do with that piece of information that you have. Don't use it, don't abuse it. That's what they're saying. Don't abuse and use something, okay? So don't abuse. Someone's being abused, mentally abused, or there is or they're saying something to do with phallic abusing someone, being abused, okay? So I've got no idea where that's coming from. If it isn't, which wouldn't be for everybody, it is literally amusement. It's someone that toys with someone and it's amusing to them. This is a mental manipulation bully. Believe you me, these are just coming out of nowhere, okay? Which is fusing someone off in order to play a game, and they find it intriguing and interesting. For some, it's a very good interest in something that you've got. For someone that you're in conflict with, it's what was the word that I first said? Come on, spirit. Intrigued, interesting, in order to abuse the energy. It's like toying, a toy. You might be toying with someone, or someone's toying with you. I'm not sure. Toy boy, maybe. Toy boy. Okay, so someone probably has got a toy boy, meaning like, oh, I'm just toying with you. So this is a woman that's doing it to a man. There's some kind of cross-gender also within this reading now. Okay, channeled. But coming off that message, there is something as a toy boy, meaning like I have a toy boy, but they're not a relationship. They're just kind of like been with me for a while, but it's just a toy. It's someone that I'm toying with. Who's doing this, Gemini? Toying with someone. I mean, it might not be you, but if you've got someone that you're toying with, then they're not a conveyor belt toy just for pleasure and joy. Meaning like I am getting pleasure and I'm getting joy out of doing something that I'm getting pleasure from. But if this is toying with someone, then that's just toying with them and they're not appreciative of it, really. Well, I mean, energetically, it's not great karma, really. Because I don't know, I feel like there's this toy out there where it's kind of like, there's a new toy. For some of you, that's really relating to me. I'm like, wow, look, there's a Digitech. I want that. There's a new toy and I want that too. Okay, so that's kind of like me all over of new things. But there's still someone out there that's kind of like, oh, there's a new toy, like a Toyota or a car or something. And they're kind of like, oh, someone's got a Toyota. Someone has got a motor. So it could be a Cancerian, maybe. But a Toyota, meaning a car, meaning I'm just toying with you until I can get a car. It's kind of like, well, how much is your budget? So I'll just toy with you until I can get this car. So some kind of like dealer or dealership or toying with someone just to get things, okay? But like, I'm picking up like a dealership, like a car dealership or something, or a car, something to do with a car. It's either a Cantarin or a new car, or it's toying with someone to get a new car. But I'm staying out of that one, bro. I'm staying completely out of that. So let's see. So past. Show me the past for Gemini. So there you go. 3 and 7. 3 and 7. The 3 and 7s. So study. This is the past. By the time you read these lines, I'll be gone. There's some kind of like begone. Beyond something is been beyond belief of what's happened. This is just beyond belief. I've either 1, I've found out that they're in a third party relationship, or 2, I found out that there was more interest at work than what there is in me. So that's relating to obviously the other person or you. But there was more interest in work. There's more interesting work out there for me. Okay. So it's sort of changing. There's more interesting work out there for me. There's more interest that I have in studying. So I've took back control of my power in order to pick myself in order to study. So whatever it is that you've been focusing on studying, but the other partner connected to you pretty much see it as like, well, where am I in all of this? Because I'm dreaming of you. So you might like my music. That's really, sorry, that came up with my own tune that I put out. Dreaming of you. Yeah. I forget what I actually called it. The Trap Nation, some of the stuff that I put out. Dreaming of you. But anyway, dreaming of you. Dreaming of you. So check out the songs if you like them. Some of you probably have, some of you probably haven't. Okay, you can find them all in one place over on Lucid Dream Tarot Music, which is in the link below. But they are on here as well. But dreaming of you. Okay, so someone's been dreaming of you whilst you've been studying at work and thinking, okay, well, I'm going to have to stand up. I'm going to have to stand up against this person as well. Some of you probably had to stand up with this person in court. Okay, or someone got caught with their pants down completely, or this is court appearance, or it's kind of like, well, I'm going to have to stand up and say something, you know, because are you giving me the right amount of attention to what I want and what I need? Because I need stuff. This 7 of Cups needs stuff, right? And there's like a lot of stuff here. But for someone, because there could have been a hot bit of stuff, and it's like, you're a hot bit of stuff. Could well be fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay? But you're a hot bit of stuff, and it's like hot, 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 hot. It's like I'm feeling hot, bubbling hot. I've been hot. So I've been pot. Some of you could have been smoking pot, maybe, or pottery. Pottering around. It's like pottering. Harry Potter, Spelliarmus. Right? Oh, hopefully no one's casting a spell. But had a spell of something. Well, we just had a moment, because this is my momentary Pink Floyd momentary lap of reason. Is that someone tried to reason with you of you being at work, why you need to be at work all the time, okay? Or reason with you of like, well, pick me. It's like, what are you picking? Who are you picking? Are you picking me? Are you picking your work? Stop picking on me when I'm at work. It could be something at work where you'll be like, stop picking at me when I'm trying to study and when I'm trying to work and that I need work and I need time. Stop picking on me. Sorry, I'm channeling someone's aggression, probably my own. But stop picking on me. Stop making me feel like that you have to take me away from what I dream about doing, which is this, studying, you know, standing up and being a leader in a certain right. Okay, it's still stuck in the place of 3, but like I've got 3 things on my mind constantly, which is myself, my work, and the appearance of how all of this seems to you when you pick on me, or that I have to try and avoid you when I'm at work. That this is my dream, this is my dream job, my dream house, my dream is here. But as an energy of confusion, as what I'm picking up channel-wise, is someone picking on someone at work, or whilst they're at work. They're just like nitpicking, and they're like, oh man, you're just nitpicking at me. Nitpicking. Nitpickers. Pot pickers. Someone could be a knitting though. Someone could be knitting. Oh, I'm just gonna sew the kids a new top. Oh, you're out, honey. Come in. Oh, look, let's just size you up and let's just put this on there. All right. You're right, kid. So again, You see? 789, don't be greedy with my time. My time is precious, don't be greedy with my time. Okay, this person here is just pretty much, I really can't swear on YouTube. This is why when we get over to the other side, I kind of like let rip a little bit. But someone has just literally peed all over someone's mattress. So it could be a child, maybe. I don't know, is what I'm hearing. But 7, 14, 15, 16, 7 again here. Someone was like codependent here. Codependent. Could have left a lot to obsession, okay, which led to a personal experience of either one, indulging in food and alcohol and drink and stuff like that maybe, or just over obsessed in a relationship that was someone was obsessed with work, and someone was obsessed in trying to take from the 9, which is take away from my dreams, which is kind of like, don't take me, like, I kind of like pick it up as more as like someone was codependent and they were trying to pull someone away from their dreams, and because of that, that's where the connection could have gone into like in this illusional state where you're kind of like, man, you're delusional. What, you know, what on earth would you think that for, or what would you say that for? Why would you try to make me feel like I'm not worthy of my job, or why I'm not good at what I do? Trust me, I get it all the time. Yeah. Oh, there you go, talking about your karma. But anyway, trying to take me away from my work, take me away from my dreams. Why is it that people make me feel that I'm not worthy of anyone else's time but my own? Okay, so show me the present. Show me presently what's going on with Gemini. So we're going to soon start moving into July, okay? But presently, you're kind of like really thinking now. You're kind of like thinking of what direction is it that I want to go. A lot of you could really meet a new person here, okay? Or you could be thinking of the same person. And someone could be watching you, okay? Which is like keeping an eye on things. It's like, I just know you're keeping an eye on me all the time. Why are you keeping an eye? Because this can be an energy where avoiding someone that is kind of like, you know, when you go out and you're kind of like, oh man, there's that person. Like, they're just kind of like, this can be at home or anywhere. And you're like, oh, what, you're always keeping track of me. Why you're always keeping an eye on me? Why you're always that you want to know where I'm going and what I'm doing? You know. So there's some kind of like, don't hold me down feeling, okay? Coming up. Show me, well, not coming up, but what's been going on. Show me the present. So now there's a new thought. Either a new person for a lot of you, or you are just starting to think about talking again. What's going on presently? Okay, so there's the lion. So you could well be thinking about a Leo, or Leo is thinking about you, or they're keeping an eye on you and they're keeping a track of you. This is track and trace. There's either Tracy or track and trace. There could have still a lot to do with the coronavirus, which is, well, I mean, obviously people have seen the video that I probably put out. Again, I don't give power to it. But again, I am yet today, as what we are. Can't see what the date is, but as of yet, I'm actually waiting for the coronavirus test to come through so I can then get it sent back with a courier. But I did hear track and trace, track and Tracy. The name Tracy or tracking, like a tracking device or track and trace. Okay, I mean, Eric, I'm tracing some steps. Someone's trying to like track their steps, like go back to this person, or go back and track some steps. Meaning, there could be someone here that's lost. Okay, someone here could be lost, like a child could be lost, and it's like backtracking is what I'm picking up. Like, I need to track my steps and go back because I've lost something. So some of you be very careful of like losing something and then having to like in your head track steps back and think, okay, now where did I put that object with that thing? Okay, some of you, this is a child that could be lost in the system, and it's kind of like I'm just tracking their, monitoring their like whereabouts, because there's some kind of like monitoring someone's whereabouts. Okay, is what I'm picking up through this one. That's a new one. Monitoring someone's whereabouts. But there could be some kind of like wear out, meaning worn out, like I'm worn out, or warning you. I'm warning you. There's some kind of like warning is what I'm hearing. Or warding. Hopefully it's not warding spells for a lot of you. But warning. Why does my computer keep turning off? Warning. But again, this could be where you're just starting to talk to someone. This is like track and trace, meaning like we're tracking back and we're backtracking to the relationship to see where we went wrong here. But for some of you, it could be a child that's lost where you're tracking and monitoring their behaviour. Okay, or you could generally be doing that anyway, is what I'm picking up, is monitoring someone's behaviour. Because this can be a younger person, and if there has been dynamics, then this could be, well, I'm just monitoring your behaviour just to see what happens. So it could be going steady, just sort of dating. Let's see presently what's going on. Okay, fighting. There you go. So there's a lot of conflict over this person. Seems to be a dynamic in the family that seems to be causing like an outburst of things that's to do with Leo right in the middle of it. Leo seems to be right in the middle of this presently, of this ongoing war, ongoing cycle of like, because this is someone individually here that thinks a lot. They think, this is thinking and not always speaking, and this is thinking and overreacting from one's thoughts also. So someone's like thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking, like overthinking, because they're either one, presently still worried that someone might have other choices, but they're still very much connected to you karmically via 3. They probably see that there are always 3 things that are standing in the way of everything, which can be parents and jobs. Okay, they see that they might be trying to backtrack steps of behaviour that's happened within family, within past issues of because I'm picking up tracking and tracing, right, and tracing things back to behaviour, because this is behavioural. This is like it can be a child that behaves a certain way, okay, and there could be people that either the individual themselves is monitoring their behaviour, or there are parents and people that are monitoring their behaviour and keeping a close eye on them, okay, but there is someone that's having like a close eye. Look, just kind of like, I'm just keeping a close eye because I know that you overthink, I know that you overreact, and I'm monitoring silently or saying it, but monitoring exactly how many times that you do this, okay, because there can be a toying energy where someone like starts to, where things get out of hand, you know, things start to eventually get out of hand. Okay, so normally, we're just going to start. So let's have a look at July now. July, so Gemini for July, 2020, July now. Look at July. I had lion. So again, there is someone that's trying to stand in the way of something here. Because this is Scorpio Taurus. It's like you can't stand in the way of my relationship. You can't stand in the way. It's kind of like there's an energy also around someone that can't stand someone, right? But this is someone that's trying to stand in the way of them going forward, meaning like you're not going to stop me from going forward. I've got to work on myself and transform. This is transformative energy of healing, right? So again, you can't stand in the way of you can't stand my relationship. That's what I had. You can't stand me, or you can't Stanley, or Achriton Stanley, but you can't stand me. But this is someone that you're working with here, or that you're either one in a marriage or a relationship with, and you can't stand each other, or it's kind of like, I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. You see, I'm picking up the pieces without you on my mind, meaning like I'm trying to transform and trying to move forward, but don't keep standing in my way causing an argument when I'm still standing and I'm still here. But again, don't stand in my way of all of this, what's happened here, because in-depth readings of what we start to go into, tier 2, is going to be past, is to really look at past behaviour, to look at the present self, to create a different future and an outcome to change it. Okay? Because I kind of like doubt free will in a way. You have it, but you soon get put back or put out or left out. You know, when people start to move forward, they realise that path has to go back in order to trace steps to see where I went wrong, in order to rectify it, in order to be able to move forward, to transform, you see. But there's an energy here of whereas someone is very direct with which pattern they want to do. There's a pattern of something. It's like a pattern of a behaviour or a physical pattern. It's kind of like, well, I've got this pattern in mind, or painting something to make it mine. So it's kind of like claiming and also blaming. There is blame here, and there's also claiming, like a claim, like an insurance claim, or like I'm claiming something. But this is personal, you see. The death card is sacred, like it's sacred ground, meaning it's mine, okay? So it's sacred, it's personal to me. So there's energies around here that are in families that are asking personal questions about relationship factors here, that are in relationships that can be your children, that are in relationships with the same relativity of relatives, meaning you relate a lot in your soul group to Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, fire signs, air. But again, a lot of represents of the same pattern of behaviour that's causing an effect on people wanting to know personal questions about, well, what's going on in your love life? What's going on? Oh, hello, what's going on here? This is a bit like a police, like, oh, hello, hello, hello. What's going on here then? And you're like, what do you mean what's going on here? Nothing's going on. It's kind of like, are you sure? It's like, yeah, but you're questioning me if something's going on. So either one, someone's worried that they might be have been in a third party relationship and they're saying, hello, what's going on here then? And you're like, and they did. And if you don't know that, then they're kind of like very curious to like someone in the family. They're saying, well, what's going on here then? What's going on in your relationship? What's going on at work? What's going on? Because this is someone that asks a hell of a lot of questions about what goes on at work, what goes on in your relationship, what goes on. It's kind of like what goes on. So, well, what goes on with you? This is where you're getting in conflict, that someone asks someone questions and don't want it. Stop asking them. Stop asking them. If you're in conflict with someone who's going, hello, what's going on at work? And they're like, not a lot. It's like, oh, no, that's not a satisfactory enough answer. What's going on? Again, no. That's someone that's coming at you that you're going to think, whoa, that's a little bit timid. Intimidation is what I'm picking up. Intimidation. Don't forcefully ask. That's what I'm picking up. Gemini. Let's see. So for July. Shall I lie? Shall I lie? It's kind of like, well, shall I lie? Shall I lie? I can't lie. It's just a little white lie. It's like, well, the person that you're in conflict with, you're kind of like, well, we don't want that bottom card. Okay. We're going to have to take it. Seven of Swords. I can't lie. It's kind of like, it's kind of like chase, kiss, chase. This is kiss, chase. This is running, chasing. I'm running out of patience. I want your attention. I want sex. I want something new to begin here. Okay. So if you do this again here, this is the first one out. Okay. Because 5 has 5, 7 here. They have 5 of Swords, right? So they're out, leaving this behind, right? Because this is 5. So if you cause 5, you cause conflict, and you cause drama, I'm going to take all of that under advisement of what you do and what you say, and track every step it is that you take. Every step you take, every move you make, every step you take, every move you make, I'll be watching you. So again, I'll be watching you. Everything that you do, everything that you say will be taken under advisement. If you do it again, I'm out. This person here is out. This here can be a conflict of like, I don't want to be deceived. I don't want to not be trusted. And if you don't trust me, then what are you with me for? You know, because there's a lot of distrust of energy of like triggering of like, well, I don't know if I trust you. I don't know, like, I don't know if I trust myself, and if I don't trust myself, I analyse 5, I go over it and over it and over it and over it. There needs to be transformation for this to happen, for someone not to cause this, for the future, for this person to say, you know what, Sid, fuck it, I'm out, bruv. Sorry, I did swear. But again, I'm out, gone. Because I'll take this. It's kind of like, well, I'll take it, but I'm out. So it's kind of like, well, there's an opportunity there for you to reach out and for you to reconcile and be with one another. But if you cause this presently, this person won't trust you enough for this to happen, for them to come back. Okay. Let's see. See? Again, no matter where I go, bruv, 7. Again, no matter where I go, 5 and 7. What do you know? No matter where I go, 7, life path, do I run into this all of the time? That's why I'm always the first one out smoking, bruv. I don't trust people. You know, it's not I project it onto them. I just mind my own business. I basically don't look where I'm going. I don't think, okay, really? I don't use this as a think. I don't think. I just use my intuition. I don't think. When I don't think and I concentrate on my own thing, that's normally when this happens. Someone tries to get your attention away from yourself. 1 in 7. It's always about you, okay? It's always about you. So, again, there's distrust in it because this 7, no matter which way he goes or she goes, they go back into conflict. You go back into this. Backed into something. It's either back, jack, or backy, some tobacco. You might be smoking again. Or backed into somebody. Or you're going to bump straight back into the person again. And it's going to happen again. These 5s, man, I don't like them. I don't like them. I really don't. Because they're causing a lot of conflict for someone that they're like, well, I've got a new thing here where I transform. This person here transform themselves, either single or they just really started to shake things up for themselves, understand a lot, okay, and took their own advice, okay. So I took my advice, I changed, but then this comes up, okay. I go after things that I love here. I go after things that keep my energy going. Music, things, everything. Not basing your energy off a person, off people. If you base your energy, it's like running over the same old ground with people. This is why I say, watch the reading, take the advice under advisement, change it. If you don't, same thing happens. Don't do it. Don't do it. You know, don't. And if you do, that's torment. That's mental mind games, manipulation of where I'm saying, don't do these energies. And people just do them. They do it anyway. They probably go on to 30 different channels and then they get lost and think, oh, I forgot that, but I did it anyway. Right? Now, if you're meant to do it, you're meant to do it. But for some here, there's like a dementia. Someone could have dementia. Oh, we did come up with that before. Dementia. Senile dementia, possible. Okay? Or it could be just like someone sees someone as a dementor, which is kind of like a dark energy around them here. A dark energy around them that causes a lot of conflict of design through keeping me stuck, wanting to know about my relationship, wanting to know about my work, wanting to know how I'm getting on, where I'm going, are you coming back, when are you coming back, will you ever come back? And then as soon as they're not paying attention, they run straight back into conflict as soon as they even get home. This person, man, I've never seen so much. Well, I mean, this is my life, so welcome to Gemini Moon Geminis. You know, I can't bear it. I can't bear it. I can't take it anymore, to the point where I'm kind of like, I don't give a shit about anybody that causes conflict in my life. I would much rather be on my own, be alone, than anybody that plays mind games, manipulation, shouting, screaming, blaming. Trust me, you will never, ever, ever get my attention that way, because I will just avoid people up to the nines. 7 is also a card of avoiding, okay, which is avoiding having to make decisions that people keep them so confused in life. This is 2. This could be Libra. There could be a Libra energy around. 12, 3, again, 3 of Swords. Could be Pisces involved with air in their chart as well. Okay, so we're going to stop babbling, guys. That's your direct channeled messages and tarot card reading. Thanks for joining, guys. Like I said, if you want to join Patreon, you're more than welcome. This will go to tier 1 and also tier 2. But for tier 2, if you join, you get all of the extended readings, which is this and the 2 other lots through the month, and then also questions and answers of things that I will post and say, what's your name, what's your star sign, what's the thing, and then I'll go over it, a couple of free questions, put them out as a video for people. They'll either be individual or they'll be all in one video. And if they're suddenly, as a miracle, if everybody decides to join and there's loads and I can't get through them all in future, then I will just pick out a few, okay? But at the moment, we're going to go with that. If you want a personal reading, you can reach out from the link below. Join Lucid Dream Tarot Music or any piece of multimedia site that I have. It's all in the description, okay? Thanks very much, Gemini. I hope you have a good July. Be careful. Let's going to see what's going to happen. Be careful. That's what I'm saying, the advice, okay? All right, guys, thanks very much. Catch you again soon.